Hello friends, welcome to my channel. You can search my all the education videos by typing Pravinesh publication on YouTube. If you have any query regarding this topic, you can WhatsApp me on my number. The number is 9016487991. Today I am going to explain Standard 8 Science chapter number 2. Before telling the heading of this chapter, friends, what is the current situation of our world? We know very well that we are all in the lockdown situation. Why we are in lockdown situation? Because there is a pandemic of coronavirus disease. So what is this coronavirus? This coronavirus are microorganisms. What is the meaning of microorganisms? The organisms are very small. They cannot be seen with the naked eye. They are known as microorganisms. If you want to see the microorganisms, then you need to use microscope or electron microscope. In these days, we are suffering from the corona disease. Everybody are at home. Nobody can go outside. Even students, they need to study online. So these viruses and bacteria are known as microorganisms. The heading of this chapter, that is chapter number 2, microorganisms, friend and foe. Friends, it is not like that the microorganisms are always harmful to us, like coronavirus, dengue virus, etc. Some of the microorganisms are very useful. So that's why the heading of this chapter is microorganism, friends and foe. Friends, that means they help us, and foe, that means they are enemy. So those who are beneficial to us, those microorganisms are beneficial to us, are known as friend microorganisms, and those who are harmful, so they are known as foe microorganisms. Now from textbook, I will read some portion, and you need to read the whole textbook after this lecture. Watch my videos till end, and if you like the videos, then please press the subscribe button so you will get all the updates. Now activity 2.1, collect some moist soil from the field in a beaker and add water to it. After the soil particles have settled down, observe a drop of water from the beaker under a microscope. What do you see? Friends, when you collect the soil sample and observe it under the microscope, you can see many tiny microorganisms are floating in this drop of water. The diagram of this microorganism, actual diagram that you can see on your screen. Friends, we are surrounded by microorganisms. Maybe right now there are crores of microorganisms are present on my hand. Many microorganisms are present on this thin sheet of paper. Even microorganisms are present on our food. When we eat, that food will enter into our body, but they will not make any harmful effect in our body because they are digested in our stomach, and our stomach, they were highly acidic acid, that is hydrochloric acid, present in it. So it will digest all the bacteria and kills it. Now from textbook, this observation shows that water and soil are full of tiny organisms. Though not all of them fall into the category of microbes, these microorganisms or microbes are so small in size that they cannot be seen with the unaided eyes. That means you can't see without the help of microscope. Some of these, such as the fungus that grows on bread, can be seen with a magnifying glass. Others cannot be seen without the help of microscope. That is why these are called microorganisms or microbes. Microorganisms are classified into 4 major groups. These groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and some algae. Some of these common microorganisms are shown in figure. Friends, on your screen you can see some microorganisms which are given in textbook. Now from textbook, viruses are also microscopic. They, however, reproduce only inside the cell of the host organism, which may be bacterium, plant or animal. Some of the viruses are shown in the figure 2.5. Common elements like cold, influenza, that is flu, and most cough are caused by viruses. Serious disease like polio and chickenpox are also caused by viruses. Diseases like dysentery and malaria are caused by protozoa, whereas typhoid and tuberculosis are bacterial diseases. Friends, on your screen, you can see the diagram of viruses. First diagram that is on your screen is the textbook diagram, and now the second diagram is the actual diagram of virus. Now topic 2.2, where do microorganisms live? Friends, microorganisms are universal. They live in any kind of condition. They live in extreme cold condition. They live in extreme hot condition. They can survive in each and every kind of atmosphere. Microorganisms may be single cell like bacteria, some algae and protozoans, or multicellular such as algae and fungi. They can survive under all type of environment ranging from ice cold climate to hot springs and desert to marshy lands. They are also found inside the bodies of animals including humans. Some microorganisms grow on other microorganisms while others exist freely. Microorganisms like amoeba can live alone while fungi and bacteria may live in colonies. Friends, some of the microorganisms they live single like amoeba, and some of the microorganisms like fungi they live in colony. Now next topic is friendly microorganisms. Microorganisms are used for various purposes. They are used in the preparation of curd, bread and cake. Now friends, we are discussing the topic where the microorganisms are useful to us, why they are our friends. Students, we make bread, we make curd, we make cake. These are all due to microorganisms. If you want to make a bread or a cake, we need to add some yeast culture into it. Here yeast is a microorganism. If you want to make a curd, then you need to add some amount of lactobacillus bacteria into milk, and then after they will convert into curd. Microorganisms have been used for the production of alcohol since ages. They are also used in cleaning up the environment. For example, the organic waste, that is vegetable peels, remains of animals, feces, etc. are broken down into harmless and usable substance by bacteria. Recall that bacteria are also used in the preparation of medicines. In agriculture, they are used in increased soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. Now making of curd and bread. You have learned in class 7 that milk is turned into curd by bacteria. Curd contains several microorganisms. Of this, the bacterium Lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. It multiplies in milk and converts it into curd. Bacteria are also involved in the making of cheese, pickles and many other food items. An important ingredient of rava, soji, idlis and bhaturas is curd. Can you guess why? Now activity 2.3 on your screen. Take half kg flour, atta or maida and some sugar and mix with warm water. Add a small amount of yeast powder and knead to make a soft dough. What do you observe after 2 hours? Did you find the dough raising? Friends, in the screen you can see that after some time, that is 1 or 2 hours, the dough raise. That means it becomes fluffy. Yeast reproduce rapidly and produces carbon dioxide during respiration. Here friends, why this dough raises? Why its height increases? Because when we add some yeast powder into it and in the presence of sugar, it liberates carbon dioxide. So due to presence of carbon dioxide, the height of this dough increases. Bubbles of the gas fill the dough and increase its volume. This is the basis of the use of yeast in baking industry for making breads, pastries and cakes. Now, commercial use of microorganisms. Microorganisms are used for the large scale production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid, that is vinegar. Yeast is used for commercial production of alcohol and wine. For this purpose, yeast is grown on natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice, crushed fruit juices, etc. The important process that we need to understand, that is fermentation. What is the meaning of fermentation? When some organic material they convert into different kind of carbon based molecule, so that process is known as fermentation. This is a scientific definition. How we can explain with the use of daily life routine examples. Friends, your mother make idli, dosa, etc. Even sometimes we purchase bread, cake, pastry, etc. So in this process, so here the process used to make such items is known as fermentation. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Louis Pasteur discovered fermentation in 1857. On your screen, you can see the making of idli and conversion of grapes into wine. These are useful applications of fermentation. Now, medicinal use of microorganisms. Whenever you fall ill, the doctor may give you some antibiotic tablets, capsules or injections such as of penicillin. The source of this medicine is microorganisms. These medicines kill or stop the growth of the disease causing microorganisms. Such medicines are called antibiotics. These days, a number of antibiotics are being produced from bacteria and fungi. Streptomycin, tetracycline and erythromycin are some of the commonly known antibiotics and are made from fungi and bacteria. The antibiotics are manufactured by growing specific microorganisms and are used to cure a variety of diseases. Antibiotics are even mixed with the feed of livestock and poultry to check microbial infections in animals. They are also used to control many plant diseases. It is important to remember that antibiotics should be taken only the advice of a qualified doctors. Also, you must complete the course prescribed by the doctors. Friends, what happens sometimes? If we have a fever or any microbial infection, we go to the doctor. The doctor prescribes us some medicine for a specific dosage of 2 days or 3 days. When we take these medicines, initially we feel good, and if we stop to taking medicines or if we do not complete the proper dosage of that medicine, so that is very harmful for ourselves. So we need to complete the proper dosage prescribed by the doctor. As well as without the advice of doctor, we should not take any kind of antibiotic. They may do reverse effect in our body. If you take antibiotics when not needed or in wrong dose, it may make the drug less effective when you might need it in future. Also, antibiotics taken unnecessarily may kill the beneficial bacteria in the body. Antibiotics, however, are not effective against cold and flu as these are caused by viruses. Friends, there are two types of diseases: bacterial diseases and viral diseases. Bacterial infection or diseases caused by bacteria, and if you want to cure these diseases, you need to take antibiotics. Viral diseases, that means caused by the viruses. In case of viral diseases, we need to take antiviral drugs. In case of virus disease, if you are affected by the viral diseases and if you take antibiotic, that means antibacterial medicines, so it will not do any effect in that disease. Now next topic is vaccine. Friends, vaccines are a very important part of our life. When we born, we get some kind of vaccines from the doctors like DPT vaccines or polio vaccines or chickenpox vaccines. What are vaccines? These vaccines means they are some inactive viruses. For example, if we take the polio vaccine, so what is in the polio vaccine? These polio vaccines, when given by the doctor, it contains some inactive viruses which cause polio. So that is not harmful for our body. When doctor inject this vaccine in our body cells recognize these viruses and create some medicines against it. After some month, when doctor give us booster dose, that means they inject more amount of viruses in our body in the form of vaccine with the help of injection. So at that time, whatever the vaccine made in our body or whatever medicine made in our body, they kill these viruses. So in future, whenever the polio virus enter in our body, they may not create any kind of harmful effects in our body. Now from textbook, When a disease carrying microbe enters our body, the body produces antibodies to fight the invader. Invader means what? The microorganisms which enter in our body. The body also remembers how to fight the microbe if it enters again. So, if dead or weakened microbes are introduced in a healthy body, the body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies. The antibodies remain in the body and we are protected from the disease causing microbes. This is how a vaccine works. Several diseases including cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox and hepatitis can be prevented by vaccine. Edward Jenner discovered the vaccine for smallpox in 1798. In your childhood, you must have been given injections to protect yourself against several diseases. Can you prepare a list of these diseases? You may take the help of your parents. It is essential to protect all children against these diseases. Necessary vaccines are available in the nearby hospitals. You might have seen the advertisement on TV and newspaper regarding protection of children against polio under the Pulse Polio program. Polio drops given to children are actually a vaccine. I think you have heard or seen the advertisement of Amitabh Bachchan. What he says, Do Boond Zindagi Ki, that is a part of polio campaign of India. A worldwide campaign against smallpox has finally led to its eradication from most parts of the world. These days, vaccines are made on a large scale from microorganisms to protect humans and other animals from several diseases. Some pictures I'll show you which may irritate you but necessary to know about the diseases. On your screen, the diagram of the child suffering from polio disease. In next diagram, the child suffering from smallpox. So friends, we understood some pages of the textbook today. Read these pages and if you have any query, then you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. If you like the videos, then again please press the subscribe button